Identifying and controlling variables in scientific investigations. To get good results in investigations, scientists need to set up experiments that are fair. Suppose I wanted to find out which batteries lasted the longest, Energizer or Duracell. I had a new package of Energizer D batteries, which I put in a large flashlight, and an old package of Duracell AA batteries, which I put in a small flashlight. I kept them on to see which would last the longest. Is this a fair test? If I had a new package of Duracell D batteries to test against a new package of Energizer D batteries in new flashlights of the same type, it would be a better test. I could have 3 flashlights for each brand, 6 flashlights total. I could keep them all on and record how many hours they each stayed on before they dimmed to no light. This would be a fair test. This is called a controlled experiment because I controlled the variables. A variable is anything that can affect the outcome of an experiment. To conduct a good experiment, you have to identify the variables, test only one variable, and control the rest. There are 3 types of scientific variables: controlled or constant variables, the independent variable, and the dependent variable. Controlled variables are variables which you will keep the same. In our battery experiment, the controlled variables are the same size of battery, D, the same age of batteries, new, the same type of flashlights, the same age of flashlights, new, the same room temperature in which to conduct the experiment, and run the tests at the same time. The independent variable is the variable that you change. I am going to change the brand of battery, but not the type. My independent variable is the brand of battery, Duracell versus Energizer batteries. The dependent variable is the variable that I will measure. I will measure the time or the number of hours the flashlights stay on before the batteries burn out. By identifying the variables and deciding which will you keep the same, which are the controlled variables, which you will change, which is the independent variable, and which you will measure, which is the dependent variable, you can now design your own experiment. You can run a fair test, and you can get good results.